It's me, Collector Movie Man. I'm here to do my next Star Wars review, leading up to Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie. And the next one I have is Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Now, this is the final movie in the original trilogy. You got Harrison Ford as Han Solo, Carrie Fisher as Leia, and Mark Hamill as Luke. And this takes place right after Empire Strikes Back, and they end up finding Han Solo at Jabba the Hutt's palace, and they end up rescuing him, but then they get captured, and Luke shows up and saves the day because he is now a Jedi Knight. And there's this big battle on Tatooine with Jabba the Hutt and a bunch of guys, and the pit of Ansum or something, whatever it's called. And it's got like this thing with a mouth that eats people, and you're slowly digested over 1,000 years. So you got that battle that happens, and then it takes off, and you go to one side is Leia and Han Solo go to the rebellion to find out what their next mission is. Luke goes back to Yoda to complete his training, and he finds out that Yoda is dying, and Yoda says, "When you look 900 years old, let's see if you look this good, okay?" And then Luke asks him, "Is Darth Vader really my father?" And he says, "Yes, he is." And he's like, "Told you, did he?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like, "You must confront Vader. That is the only way that you will be a real Jedi Knight. And you must also confront the Emperor." And Luke is like, "I cannot kill my own father." And then Yoda's like, "Then we have all died, and you will fail. You will not be a Jedi Knight." So Luke must kill Darth Vader, his father, and the Emperor, aka Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine. So, and then after that, you got Lando, Luke, Leia, and Han go to this moon of Endor, and they have to take out this like base to take out the shield around the second Death Star. And the Emperor ends up sending a trap for the people in space who have to go in there and destroy the Death Star. But first, they have to wait for the shield to go down, and that is what Han and Leia are doing. And then you get introduced to the Ewoks, and they are really cute. They look like big cuddly bears, but some people I know are scared of them. They've always reminded me of big cuddly bears. And so they help them. There's a big battle on Endor to get to the base to destroy it. And the Ewoks end up being in that battle and everything and helping them. And then Luke ends up facing Vader in a lightsaber duel, and Luke's feelings betray him, and Darth Vader senses that he had a daughter, and that is Luke's sister, Leia. And he's like, if you will not turn to the dark side, perhaps she will. And then Luke goes all crazy and chops off his arm and looks at his arm and then his father's and realizes that could become him if he's not careful. And then the Emperor comes up to Luke and he's like, your hate has made you powerful. Now destroy your father and take your place at my side. And Luke's like, never. I will never join the dark side. I am a Jedi, like my father before me. And then you see Emperor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, use his electrocution on Luke, almost killing him, and eventually the prophecy is fulfilled. He and Darth Vader, aka Anakin, destroys the Emperor. He throws him over this thing and he dies. And then Luke finally gets to see his father and he's like, leave me, son. I'm going to die anyways. So Luke's like, no, I must save you. And he's like, you already have. And then Luke gets him onto a ship. They land on Endor. By then, Darth Vader is already dead. And Luke burns him. And that's kind of like the funeral. And then you see all around different main points of timeline history celebrating that the Emperor is gone and Darth Vader's gone. You get Naboo, you get Coruscant, you get Cloud City, and one other big place. And then you get the big celebration at the end, and then you see the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, and then Anakin. And those people who are like ghost spirit things, they're the ones who have had the highest midichlorian count, and they are able to live on in the netherworld of the Force. So, and that's how the movie ends. And I'm not even touching the other movies, the sequel trilogy, because those are just a big load of garbage. They shouldn't exist. All right, guys. Make sure to leave the video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.